Ahoy, welcome back to another video. Today I'm finally putting together something I've been meaning to do for months now. I am in this game room. I've been wanting to do a game room tour ever since I got here. I've been moving every few years for the last 10 years now, but I'm finally in a more permanent location, putting down some roots in this room. So I wanted to give a tour of what I currently have in the collection and kind of what I'm looking forward to in the future. Little context, most of my collection is games I had growing up that I brought with me. And in the last couple of years, I've started buying more things as I've started building this collection. And now that I'm firmly in one spot for a while, I intend to fill this up with a lot more games. I got a long list of retro titles I plan to purchase and put on the shelves, but just want to give a tour of how things are right now. And then going forward, the plan is hoping like every few months, I'm going to do little videos where I give like collection updates of like the games I bought in the last 3 months or so. But for now, we're just going to kind of give a look through the game room. I'm not going to go super in detail of like what games are on what shelf or what's behind this glass. I'm not going to pull it out, but I'll just kind of talk through it all. But yeah, just excited to give a little video to start this series off. And let's just go back to past Zach, who already recorded all of that. And one more thing real quick, a quick disclaimer. I've never filmed one of these before, so I didn't really have the proper mic situation for this. I was just filming using my iPhone, and so the mic quality, not great, just talking on speaker through the iPhone, but visual quality should be adequate. iPhone camera's not too bad, better than the camera you're looking at right now, but the audio quality is going to take a dip here, and I apologize for that. But anyway, thanks for watching. All right, so I'll start with a kind of a wide angle shot here, and I'll go through each little section, but just kind of an overall look at what the outline of the room looks like. There we go. All right, now let's step through things one at a time. So here's my glass display shelf. This is where I have some of my favorite things at. Up top, like Nintendo, I like Lego. So I got some cool Nintendo Legos here with the Mario and Yoshi looking like Super Mario World. And then the Bowser here. Check out this Bowser, see if I can do this right. I think he pulls his head back. He does like a, there you go, shoot a fireball. And here is a Blu-ray of the Mario movie that came out a couple years ago. I thought this is a cool little like collector's edition version of that, little superstar. Up on the top shelf is the Mario shrine. So we got some pins from the 35 collection. The NES back there is a Mario, or it's a Super Mario Bros. Like candy store promotion. Some old candy in there that's probably not good to eat anymore. Some coins that came around the 3D All-Stars release. Little keychain. Here's my Mario Game & Watch. Some random figures. My Tanuki Mario statue from First Four Figures. It's one of my favorite things in here. Really happy to have this thing behind the glass, but we can't forget about the Super Mario cereal. That's the most valuable thing in this collection here. Shelf below, we've got some handhelds and some other stuff. So, you know, we'll see these Joy-Cons. I didn't really have another spot to put these, so they're just kind of living here for now. I think these are the Skyward Sword Joy-Cons for the Switch release. But the new addition here is this Virtual Boy. Let's open this up just so we can get a better look without the glass. So we got the Virtual Boy here. Bought this recently. I'm planning on trying to collect all of the Virtual Boy games and review them. Still early on in that process, but here's a lot of my childhood games. So this is my first game system, this Game Boy Color here. This is my first game that came with it, Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. So these two things right here are real nostalgic for me. These are my originals. Then I got my Game Boy Advance, my SP, 3DS I bought a couple years ago, my original DS Fat, the big gray one. My Doorstopper 2DS, kind of hiding in the back there, but I played a lot of this thing. A Game Boy, I bought this later on. Like I said, I started with a Game Boy Color. I bought this Game Boy much later on. There's my original Switch and my Switch Lite. This is the Pokemon Sword and Shield Switch Lite. Close this back up. And down here we just got some like random Nintendo stuff, random other. We got another First Four figure back there of Sonic going through a checkpoint. Then a lot of Nintendo stuff. So we got Amiibos. We got right there is the original Fire Emblem, the Famicom release, sitting right in front of the replica cartridge that came with the 30th anniversary collection for the re-release of Shadow Dragon. Hidden kind of back there, we got all of my WarioWare games. I love WarioWare, so I got the whole series there. You see Twisted sitting up on the side there, then the original up top. Those two are probably the most valuable because they're cardboard. The rest are all in boxes. They're all stacked up, so I don't mind those being piled on top of each other, but I got the cardboard ones on top. Another Game & Watch with the Zelda release. And then this here is a coffee grinder that I got from like My Nintendo, I think. It's an Animal Crossing coffee grinder with a little Brewster logo on there. Well, no, he's not. It's just an Animal Crossing leaf. That was a Brewster on there. But maybe I'll make coffee in that one day, maybe not. And then on the bottom, we got more Lego, NES, Piranha Plant, and then the question block all flayed out with the Mario 64 stuff. All right, now here we have my main shelf of Nintendo stuff. Nintendo games where I've been playing for most of my life, so that's what I have the most of. A lot of these from my childhood, and then recently, the last couple of years, I've started picking up some more titles I've never owned. So up top we have all the Switch games, the big wall of red. This is what I have the most of easily because, this is what I was out when I had, a job to buy games a little more liberally, weren't being supplied by my parents. So you can take a look at all the games here. I think this is about all the Switch games I'll have. I have a dozen or so games I want to pick up at the consoles at the end of its life. On top here we have some big boxes. We have a Fire Emblem Engage. Really like what this one looks like. A lot going on there. It looks like a movie poster. And we got our Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon 30th Anniversary Edition. I really like what that looks like. Metroid Dread, and a Ring Fit Adventure. You see, this is a PAL version. Amazon lied to me. I bought this off of Amazon. The listing had a ESRB logo, but I got a PAL logo, whatever. Wii U, not a whole lot of Wii U games, just a few. I have a few on the list I want to get for that. My Wii games into GameCube. And we got our DS and 3DS. So a little bit more of those. But then you're going to see something real sad here. Only a few Game Boy Advance games because most of my Game Boy Advance games are loose because as a kid, I'm dumb. I threw away all the cardboard boxes, but got a good handful of games here. And I bought this 3D printed thing off of Etsy that fits games individually. They have little slots for each of them. So I got all my Game Boy Advance games, all my Game Boy games, all lined up there. I'm not going to bust them all out. But I would like to, the end goal one day is all these games here that I care about. I would like to complete them and get them in box. But I got a couple big ones here. I got Pokemon Emerald and Superstar Saga, some of my favorites. In the middle here, we've got some random junk. Got a McDonald's boxes. Got a Pikachu and a Dragonite. This Dragonite one was funny. When McDonald's does these promotions with Pokemon cards, my rule is I will only go once in a day, and I will only buy one meal at a time. I won't just buy a bunch just to buy the Pokemon cards. I want to actually eat the meal. What I get is what I get. But this Dragonite one, over the course of 2 weeks, I think we went to McDonald's 5 times, or maybe I went 4 times, and I had a friend go once. All 5 boxes were this damn Dragonite, and there was like 4 other boxes. One was like a Rayquaza, and one was like a Roaring Moon. I got 5 Dragonite, so that was funny. Here we got the big box for NES World Championships, and then some NES controllers and some Famicom controllers for Switch Online. Just thought those kind of go well together. Some Switch Sports and the Switch Sports water bottle, and an N64 controller. Trinity Trigger, it's a game that came out on the Switch. I saw it had a really nice big box, so I wanted to put it front and center. And a couple games here from special release games or special rare games. I can't remember what the special reserve games, something like that. But Loop Hero, really good game. Highly recommend that one. Demon Throttle is also pretty fun. Some more just shelf nonsense, keychains, the Mario Wonder cards, which I did not get the elephant, sadly. Some Pokemon double packs, the Poke Walker, and the Pokeball Plus. N64 games, like the Game Boy Advance games, all the cardboard's gone. These are all just games that were passed down to me from my older sister. Most of them are loose. I have since gone back and finished a Pilot Wings and a Mario 64. I'd like to have this whole section filled with N64 games, but in due time. Some Pokemon, Funko Pops, and then here's some cool stuff. Here's like my Japanese games. There's a lot of cool looking Japanese box art. Here's just grab this Wario here. Check out this WarioWare Twisted. I just think this looks really neat. And then just this Paper Mario 64, also just very cool looking. A lot of cool Japanese box arts that I think are superior to what we get here in the West. But got some GameCube games, Game Boy Advance, some Super Famicom, and N64. Down here's just a couple of Mario Kart things. This is the Mario Kart home circuit right there. And some little Mario Kart toys, McDonald's toy in the back. Here are my two Virtual Boy games I have right now complete. I have a 3D Tetris and a Virtual League Baseball. It's actually a sealed Virtual League Baseball. So that game's a game that's older than me that's sealed. That's pretty neat. A couple DS games here that are box with no game. Mario and Sonic Olympic games and Nintendogs. I need to get a loose cartridge for those to complete those. And we've got some more Japanese Game Boy games. Some Picross 1 and 2, Pokemon Gold, and X, which is like a precursor to Star Fox. It's pretty neat. And I bought these games off Mod Retro. The Chromatic is basically like it's similar to the Analog Pocket, and they release some physical releases of some Game Boy cartridge games. A lot of these are new games, but they're put on a Game Boy cartridge. Just thought it was neat. What I'm playing right now, I've been playing for a while. I've kind of put it down. Dragon M, turn-based JRPG. But I'd like to get to all 6 of these at some point. Here on the bottom, we got lots of art books. I used to be really into getting these art books. They were cheaper than games, so I'd like to get these and just, this is how I'd add to the collection. I'd get art books, read through these, some really cool stuff. My favorite one here is this, a guide to Japanese role-playing games. It's basically several hundred pages of really interesting information where it's like every other page is a new JRPG series. It's a really cool book. Highly recommend it. Some more art books there as well. Here in the corner, just some little Mario decorations my mother gave me. And then we got the closet. The closet is kind of the misfit toys. Basically just some consoles that aren't plugged in, as well as just some decorations that aren't currently being used or have a spot for them. Random stuff. I got my soldering kit there if I forgot to change a battery out. Some Legos that didn't make the cut. This Dune Ornithopter on the ground right here I need to find a spot for. Here's my Donkey Kong with Mario hat and Luigi hat and my rubber band ball that's bigger than my hand. It's like 15 pounds of rubber bands right there. Got some extra box protectors, screen protectors, another couple Game Boys, a DS, chargers, all that nonsense. Just a bunch of random loose crap in here. Some Yu-Gi-Oh cards I need to figure out what I want to do with. Some Pokemon cards I got to figure out what I want to do with. Backup cereal box in case you ever run out with the first cereal box. And then some backup shelves in case I want to get wild with the shelf. All right, moving on, we got the couch. Nice little Mickey Mouse blanket I've had since I was a very young child. Just brought it with me. Here it looks over the TV. It looks pretty far away. It's not too bad. The TV's a 65-inch. It's pretty viewable from the couch. I don't mind the distance, but I do prefer to sit at that desk over there, which we'll show here pretty soon. The couch got more pillows than I probably should have, kind of taking up space. I kind of throw these on the ground most of the time, but got this Yoshi that was crocheted by my older sister. This is a gift from her, so that's pretty neat. I think it was from a kit, but either way it was handmade, so I really appreciate it. And we got a little Pikachu Squishmallow here. Here's another original piece. My little sister, she knows I like Tanuki Mario, so she painted me a Tanuki Mario. Gave him a bit of a whomper there, but really like this. Got lots of personalized pieces from my sisters. Here's another one real quick. We'll skip ahead. This Mario shadow box my older sister made for me. It's like layered. You can see the layers there, but I keep it here. It was recommended it would look cool if it sat under this question block like he's hitting it. That was a cool idea. Got my nano leaves that you can see messing up all the lighting in this video. Batman Lego, Mario Lego. This Aristocrats Duchess Funko Pop. My cat Pancake, her middle name's Pancake, her first name is Duchess, so we got a Funko Pop for her. Got my beer cooler, the Xbox Series X. Really like that thing actually. Then we got a Monster Hunter Switch Pro controller. This is kind of like the misfit corner. This, not because I don't like these things, because I need to find a permanent place for these. Our router's down there. The idea is the shelf I have here and the shelf I have here, I'll put another one there. So this stuff is all going to move and go to the shelf that's there in its final resting place. But for now, it's just sitting on this little coffee table thing. Here's a picture I painted for my then girlfriend, now wife. When I didn't have any money to buy her a gift, I painted her a colored her a Fortnite llama in colored pencil because she loves Fortnite. So that's gonna hang up here somewhere. Got lots of original artwork in this place, but moving on to the desk. Most important thing on the desk is my chair. I got a Batman Secret Lab chair. I like it a lot. Very comfy, plenty big, supports me well. Probably use this thing until it breaks, hopefully a long, long time from now. Then we got the desk itself. Forget the name of the brand, but very wide. You can see, like that's a lot of space right there. I got a lot of crap on this desk. It's all mouse pad on the top, which makes it easy to use. This here is my extra battery bank to charge wherever I need to charge. Headset that goes to the monitor. Analog pocket in a dock, switch in a dock. Xbox Switch controllers. My Jon Snow, my Dragonite Funko Pops, and my Fidget Cube. It's my coaster. I got this from a recent convention. It's a Charizard Pokemon card coaster. I thought it looked really cool. Let's see, you got my Nintendo Alarmo, which is actually, I like this thing a lot. I set alarms on this thing basically every day and use it just as a reminder. So I don't use it for the sleeping function, just to remind me to stop playing games, basically. Got my mic, my ring light, and the monitor itself. This is a Samsung. I bought this like, gosh, must have been like 7-8 years ago. It's still doing me a great job. Little curved monitor you can see from the top here. I think this thing's great. Maybe it's a better upgrade I could have nowadays, but this thing does the job for me, honestly. Got my MacBook, which is what I stream off of, what I edit off of, do everything off of, is just one MacBook. It does pretty well. I can stream in 1080-30 with this thing. This is the original M1 MacBook. When they first got the Apple Silicon, I don't know, however many years ago that was, a long time ago, but I haven't felt the need to upgrade quite yet. But maybe one day I'll get an actual desktop to better support trackpad, Stream Deck. I don't really use this a whole lot lately. Need to reprogram it. Got me a 5 terabyte hard drive. I have all of my YouTube videos backed up on this. I think I have like 3.5 terabytes used so far. Down here I got the loafs in case my feet get cold. Then on to the last shelf. This is my PlayStation and Xbox stuff. So let's see here. We got mainly PS5 stuff, like I mentioned with the Switch. This is the system that was out when I had money to buy all the games, or not all the games, but most of the games I wanted. So you can see on the PS4 and PS5, that's where a bulk of my games will be from. Got some Batman stuff. I love Batman. Got my piggy bank in case times get rough. Here's my epic Mickey statue. Mickey and Batman are right there with Mario, my Mount Rushmore. And then a little epic Mickey tin wall art there. Some PS3 games. PS3. Then I got some more little consoles here. I got my MetaQuest 3S, I believe it is. Steam Deck, PlayStation Portal. The width of this shelf is so perfect for the PlayStation Portal and the Steam Deck. I couldn't help but just put it there. Got some Xbox games. I don't have a whole lot of them. Basically, when I was in my Xbox era, I was playing this bad boy right here, Modern Warfare 2, basically exclusively. So I didn't buy a whole lot of Xbox games. But I would like to buy some of the big ones. Like I got Halo 1 and 2 recently. Halo 3 and 4 there. I'd like to get all the big first-party Xbox and Xbox 360 games. Over here to PS1, similar story, PS1 to my N64 days. These were mainly hand-me-downs, games that I didn't know. I wasn't buying games of my own. I didn't know what games were out. These were just handed to me. I did buy a Final Fantasy VII, you see here, but a lot of this stuff is from my childhood. You can see the cracked jewel cases here on the crock. I did buy this Mickey Wild Adventure because it looks funny. It's like Mickey's stomping out of hell. I just thought that was really funny looking. Shout out to Bird Dog Gaming sending me that one. The listing for that on eBay. Got some more Batman stuff. My mom loves to buy me Batman Funko Pops. So I have a little collection of Batman Funko Pops. I got a little Batman puzzle, Thomas Kincaid thing. And a wedding. I believe this was Sir Lumber's wedding. He gave us all superhero cufflinks, and I was chosen as Batman. I was honored. I still wear those to every like formal event where I have to wear cufflinks. These Batman cufflinks he got me. Down here I have a very lonely play date. I don't really know where to put this thing, like to display it. I don't have a good shelf for it. So right now it's just sitting on deck on the shelf. I want to pick this back up for season 2. They announced, I think it comes out the end of May. So I really like the play date. I want to jump back into that. A few Batman movies, nothing crazy. Batman belts. Game of Thrones box set. I love Game of Thrones. And then down here, just some cases. Over here to the main setup, TV setup. It's a Samsung QLED I got, I don't know, 6 years ago. Still similar to the monitor, still doing a good job in my opinion. I don't feel the need to upgrade quite yet. But it's flanked by this cool I Am Batman poster and then a Batman tin wall thing there. And they got the Lego Saturn V up there with some Buzz Lightyear spaceships flying by it. Consoles I currently have plugged in here. I've got a Wii U. I've got an Xbox Series X. This is the 2 terabyte Galaxy edition. Got my PS5. And then I got a nice Spice Orange GameCube. This thing has an HDMI adapter on the back to where I can plug into the TV. Yeah. Then I got this absolute rat's nest. If anyone has any ideas, like I'm torn if I want to just go real nice cord management, or if I want to like cover this, how exactly I want it to work. But a lot of cords here, not a great thing right now. I just kind of ignore this, pretend this doesn't exist at the moment. I have too many plugs for the system, so like the Wii U's not plugged in right now. It's got like an extra cord laying around. I've got too many HDMIs to plug in, so I have a splitter here. If you noticed, this not now Alarmo. If you notice, the TV and the monitor are the same image on them. That's because the HDMI is going to a splitter down there. It's just displaying on both. So I've got actually a button down here. I can switch inputs, and I've got a splitter down there. It's overcomplicated, but basically I can have my Switch and my PS5 and my Xbox on either this or this if I choose to. Right now I've got them both on just for show, but I don't, obviously I don't sit here and play with both screens on. I turn one off depending on which one I'm feeling, if I'm feeling the big TV or if I'm feeling the monitor. But yeah, the future of this game room, for the most part, it'll stay the same. Like I said, I will be putting another shelf there. I'm thinking what it'll be is this will stay PlayStation and Xbox over in that corner. This is going to turn into my modern Nintendo, so it's going to have all my Switch stuff, my Switch 2 stuff, and some random other memorabilia. And this is going to be like my retro Nintendo. So I'm going to get rid of all those Switch games up top, move some of this random junk here to there, and then I'm going to start trying to fill these shelves up with more retro Nintendo games as I start acquiring them. But yeah, that's the room. Let's get another zoom out here from the corner here, the other angle. But yeah, I like this place a lot. I spend a lot of time in here, and I hope I can continue expanding in here much as I can. Got my little air filter there, but already kind of space limited, but it's a good problem to have. Got lots of cool stuff. All right, thanks for watching. This is a lot of fun. Like I said, after this I plan on doing some videos, updating the collection as it goes. Maybe if I build that third shelf, I'll do a little short on that, showing how that's coming along, what's going on that shelf. But yeah, I'm really happy with this room so far. I'm really thankful to have this opportunity to have this space, play these games, collect this stuff. Really happy when I'm in this room. It's my happy place, and I just kind of want to share where I'm at right now. But 2025 current status, maybe we'll do an update video in 2026 if there's some big changes. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.